I'm going to let us introduce after we start, okay? Thank you, Minnesota Baseball Association Board of Directors, for considering us as your future hosts for the 2024, 2025, 2026 state tournament. We can't think of 3 better communities and ballparks and towns to represent this rich tradition of baseball and the love for the game than Cold Spring, Watkins, and Avon. I'm Darla Geislinger for Watkins.
Bruce Geislinger for Watkins.
Dave Jonas, Cold Spring.
Kurt Hemish, Cold Spring.
Beach Slepper, Avon.
We asked the Minnesota Baseball Association on Twitter.
Sweet.
Spice Girls. What are some of your favorite things you saw at previous state tournaments that you'd like to see again? Venue specifics, apparel, food, etc. Anything new you'd like to see? They said they love the small town venue, continues streaming games. They love the celebration of past state teams. They liked the vendors with bats and gear. They thought the pre, during, and after game announcing in Waconia was incredible. They liked the kid-friendly areas. They really liked the golf carts taking to and from the parking areas. They want dry fit shirts, discounted buckets of beer, burgers, corn on the cob. They liked the player of the game that Waconia did. And a new suggestion was to do a bracket reveal show or podcast the week before the tournament begins. Cold Spring, Watkins, and Avon are the definition of Minnesota amateur baseball, with our small town hospitality and locally grown talent. We are the furthest northern towns bidding today, which makes us the most centrally located venue for the entire state. We want to build off of previous experiences and the successes of other state tournaments. So we can offer apparel, food, beverages, venue, and pre and post game celebrations. So you can bet that we will be selling our apparel from the Stadium Store boutique, making specific cool sayings and logos, offering dry fit options, and putting our host logos on the hats like Milroy and Springfield did in 2020. You will see the, sorry, I gotta put my cheaters on. You will see the favorite foods like pork chop on a stick, chicken burgers, french fries, cheese curds, and maybe even we'll try a favorite popular state fair item that we can feature on our menu. We will also plan on having a large selection of beer and seltzers and plan on featuring local brew houses and wineries as other options. Tournament success is measured in so many ways. Location is huge. Avon is 12 miles north of Cold Spring, and Watkins is 12 miles south of Cold Spring. Baseball in Cold Spring dates back to 1910. The field was built in 1950, and the lights went up in 1955. Cold Spring Ballpark modeled Crosley Field in Cincinnati and remains a player and fan favorite. Baseball in Watkins dates back to 1914. The field was built in 1981. Prior to that, they played on a softball park. Baseball has been around in Avon for over 100 years, and the ballpark was built in 1980. Amateur baseball in Minnesota is unique and all its own in the United States. But it takes the families of these small town teams to continue the legacy and preserve the tradition. We are those families that work so hard to uphold this awesome tradition. Our ballparks are hidden gems in central Minnesota, and we have some stories to establish that.
The Edina Legion team with Gene Larkin as their coach came to Watkins as we're hosting with Cold Spring the 2019 Legion State Tournament, and he came off the bus and I had to show him, where to go and stuff, and he goes, "My God, you guys got some hidden gems here, way out in western Minnesota here." So it was he was impressed.
What did he say about, we thought we were gonna be playing?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought we were playing some pasture way out here. Wrong.
And for Cold Spring, I've been doing the schedule for the Rockies now for, I think, four or 5 years, and the thing that stands out to me, and even still to this day, is how many requests we get to come play in Cold Spring. Seems like every season teams really try and get in line and will travel and want to make anything work to play at our ballpark, and so still impressed to this day at how popular it is to play there throughout the state.
And the last part, attention to detail. That is what is so important, whether you're hosting a region or a state tournament. The beer has to be cold. The food has to be fresh and hot. We need to make sure the grandstands are cleaned between every game. The striping on the outfield grass has to look perfect. That's what the tournament is all about. What have we done to our parks lately?
Since last hosting in 2015, in Cold Spring, we've leveled off our field, reseeded the entire playing surface. It plays excellent now, not that it was ever bad, but we redid the entire thing just to take that next the next step as far as for playing surface goes. Put in a brand new scoreboard, and this last year we paved our entire previously all dirt parking lot that's fully tarred all the way across now.
And for Watkins, we put in a home plate halo, and we put turf, kind of like yours, Mark, from dugout to dugout on the foul. We put a block wall on the right field line for 300 people seating. And sewer and water line was dug this last fall to our hitting.
And Avon does not have lights. Is that a problem?
They're coming.
I heard you're gonna.
They are coming.
I got a full meat.
We have scouts.
Flashlights and batteries.
Buddy.
They should be up and running by next summer is the plan. We are assured by Craig Gallup they will be as good or better than any field in the state of Minnesota. Which remains to be seen, obviously, but I don't like to be assured of something and let down. We did add a new deck this past summer, an observation deck. We have plans at this point for paving our parking lot. And other than that, we've kind of changed the surface and the drainage slowly the last few years, but I'd say most of you are familiar with it already.
And the thing to remember too is that all three of these parks boast unique sight lines for the fans to enjoy the game at all heights and angles. What will we do before 2024?
For Cold Spring, the next project in line is upgrading our lights to LED. That's been in the plans once we got the scoreboard taken care of. This is next on our list. As part of the Cold Spring Baseball Association, we're in charge of all fundraising, and that's next up on the list that we're planning to have. Got an application out for a grant right now and planning to have this done in the next couple of years, so that's next for us.
And for Watkins, we're building 60 by 120 hitting facility with locker room and a loft upstairs, or would be an area for a state board, and also a deck off of there facing the field. And then we're gonna put turf all around the whole, from fall pole to fall pole.
And Avon, as stated earlier, our hands are full right now with the lights. That's the number one thing.
Because some of you board members are new, we wanted to recap all the good things from 2015 when Cold Spring and Watkins were tournament hosts. We were one of the first to take recognition to a higher level for teams, fans, and community sponsors to increase game attendance. We had the best beer selection. We even offered wine from our local winery. We had the stadium store apparel boutique, literally a store where people could shop inside a building, and they loved picking out a wide variety of hats, apparel. We even had etched beer glasses for people to buy. Okay. Ice cream, slushy shop. We even brought in a food broker to give us unique and different menu ideas that were widely popular. A lot of our ideas on the field and stadium have been replicated by all other ballparks across the state. Our dugouts with the outside bench and railing, and our party and observation deck. That brings us to the end. We sincerely appreciate your attention this evening. We hope that you enjoyed the presentation. We are sure with our exceptional hospitality, uniqueness in venues, as well as our special touch that we have to attention and detail, you will be confident in choosing us as a future state tournament host. Thank you very much, and this brings us to our questions.
All right, thanks. Board members?